Science and magic. They seem like complete opposites, but is there science behind the veil of equestrian magic? I don't know about you, but I'm very confident that we can use the laws and theories of this universe to better explain what unicorn magic really is and how it is utilized. Sunset Shimmer took a crack at explaining magic in the human world, but got burned in the process.
I have no idea how magic works in this world.
If I'm to succeed where Starlight Glimmer failed, I'm gonna have to science the out of My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. Before I do, I'm gonna put forth a few things in which my entire supposition will live or die by. Number 1. Equestrian magic is really just a form of energy manifested in the form of either thermal, electrical, chemical, or maybe even nuclear. Whatever it is, it can be harnessed by ponies and other magical sensitive creatures. Number 2. Energy in Equestria cannot be created or destroyed. It's only transferred from one form of energy into another. In other words, the first law of thermodynamics applies to the pony world as well. I really want to say that the laws of physics apply to Equestria, but I know Pinkie Pie has the tendency of violating half of those anyway. Darn you, Pinkie Pie! So what does the Friendship is Magic series say about unicorn magic? According to lore in Faust, Pegasi and Earth ponies have a passive form of magic, whereas unicorns have an active interaction with magic. And when magic is being casted, a visible aura envelops the horn of the unicorn. And we know that the most common magical ability for most unicorns is telekinesis. Twilight and other powerful unicorns can do a variety of magical feats, but today I'll focus on the 3 most interesting abilities, like shooting high-powered laser beams, telekinesis, and teleportation. So how can magical teleportation be explained scientifically? I'm glad you asked. According to Einstein's equation, it states that the energy of an object is equal to the mass of that object times the square of its velocity. In other words, this profound equation states that energy and mass are the same thing. Dude, does that mean mass can be transformed into energy and back again? If the mass-energy conversion theory is correct, then Twilight has the capacity to turn her body's mass into energy and then reassemble herself atom for atom back together in a new location at the speed of light.
Warn me next time you're gonna do that.
But what about some of the other magical feats like telekinesis and the laser beams that come out of unicorns' foreheads? And if magic is simply manifested through a form of energy, so which form do you think it is, if you think it's energy at all? I would argue that it's electrical. To explain, I will focus on the Flim Flam brothers in the episode Super Speedy Cider Squeezy 6000. Wow, you have no idea how many takes that took to get that one right.
Ready Flam, let's bing bang zam, and show these thirsty ponies a world of delectable cider!
And if you look closely, you'll find that they directed their magical beams on the metal pipes. This seems to activate electromagnetic coils, creating an alternate current that powers the cider machine. And that's one example of how unicorn magic is really electric energy. And speaking of electromagnetic coils, if you look carefully at a horn of a unicorn, it has a spiral groove. And maybe at the core of the horn is a powerful magnet. And maybe those grooves work the same way as an inductor. An inductor temporarily stores energy in the form of an electromagnetic field, creating an aura that envelops the horn as long as the electrical current flows through the grooves of the horn. Sometimes even when they don't mean to.
Darling, I'm so sorry.
What's going on here is commonly referred to as telekinesis, which means motion at a distance in Greek. There's just one problem. It isn't telekinesis. It's electromagnetism. Let me explain. The stronger the electromagnetic force exerted at one point in space, the greater the ability to affect surrounding nearby points. And if you're strong enough, you might be able to defy gravitational forces and carry an Ursa Minor back to its home. But now that I think of it, why transport a Ursa Minor when you have freaking laser beams attached to your head? This may not be a unicorn, but this Humvee has an active denial system, and it's a non-lethal weapon. It's been called a heat ray because it can fire high-powered microwave particles that can cause radiation burns on their victims. Perhaps unicorns can unleash a powerful pulse of microwaves to defend themselves. So my hypothesis is that unicorn magic is really the ability to generate, store, and harness a powerful electromagnetic energy. So yeah, even if you disagree with what I proposed, you still managed to learn a lot about these scientific and engineering terminologies. You're welcome. You guys have heard of theoretical physics, right? Would it surprise you if I told you that I have a theoretical degree in physics from BS University? I hope this video didn't bore you to death, but if it did, I'm sorry. But would you be interested if I took the same approach to explain how the heck Alicorn magic works in Equestria, providing a possible explanation of what's really going on here, and to better explain what this is as well? If you like this video and you learned something, give this video a like. But if it gave you a headache, share it with your friends because misery loves company. Whether you agree with me or not, that's just my hypothesis. My Little Pony hypothesis. Thanks for watching.
Magic.
If I'm just like...